Hi, my name is Nathaniel Thomas, and welcome to another episode of On Campus here on the Solano College Sports Network TV studio. I'm joined by Mason Flores, the ever-energetic sports broadcaster. He has two episodes under his belt, two games under his belt as a color commentator.
Yeah, and episodes on podcasts, yeah.
And a couple episodes on the podcast as well. How are you enjoying the experience so far, Mason?
Oh, I'm loving it. I didn't expect to have as great of an experience as I'm having right now. I love talking. I just love talking to anyone and everyone, especially about sports. Sports is my thing. It's been my thing since I was a little kid. I love talking about sports, and getting to do 2 podcast episodes and 2 games at the start was just like way more than I could ask for, and I'm grateful for the opportunity. So
yeah, I mean, 2 games right off the bat, and then 2 podcast episodes, and we're not even a month into the semester yet. So it seems like you got thrown into the fire a little bit. Is there any sort of preparation that you do before games or before podcasts, just to really make sure you're on top of it?
The games, I kind of just keep watching. I watch a lot of sports talk episodes, like First Take, First Things First on Fox. I watch a lot of those. Get Up and Shannon Sharp's podcast. I watch a lot of those to prepare myself on how I'm going to speak to the audience and how I'm going to speak to you and my fellow commentators. And I try and hold myself a little emotionally neutral, which could be an issue, but I gotta get better at that. But I'm just really happy to be here, so yeah.
Well, it's good that you bring that up. I mean, it's obvious that you know what you're talking about on your color commentary. You were a former athlete.
Yes, sir.
Football and basketball.
Yes, sir.
So we know what your weaknesses are, what your strengths are. Are you doing anything to target your weaknesses in particular, kind of like an athlete would with their game?
Well, like I said, my main weakness so far on the commentary aspect is the lack of emotion. I'm a very, in my natural state, I'm a very emotional person. And at the start, I knew I wanted to hold back on it because for me, I know I can turn up the emotion, but I didn't know if I could turn down the emotion aspect of things if I started off too emotional, you know what I mean? So I feel like my main focus now is to show more emotion and give more of a fan experience from the booth, you get what I mean? Because that's what I look for when I'm watching sports, is the commentary team to make me feel like I'm there and be a fan in the moment, and also tell me what I don't know. So that's what my goal is for the fans.
Well, it's a very prudent decision of you to at least start off with a baseline and then increase the emotion as time goes on.
Yes, sir.
Are there any commentators in particular that you try to model yourself after?
Definitely Mike Breen from the NBA, like his iconic bang. He's just the best. He in my that's my favorite guy. And Kevin Harlan, he's the most versatile commentator in sports right now. He does football, basketball, and he could do all kinds. And his main sport is basketball on TNT for the NBA, but his specialty, in my opinion, is the March Madness. He just shows so much emotion, and I really admire that. And he really cares, and I want to try and carry on that kind of legacy of the commentating world, of just showing that I care about the profession and that it is a profession, that it's not just, oh yeah, I'm watching sports and just commentating for fun. Like you get paid for it, you get recognition for it. Like you can be a legend in the city you're from if you're that commentator. Like I would love to have that kind of recognition.
Well, it seems like you have very high aspirations, and it's very evident that you're a hard worker. Do you have any sort of inspiration? Who charges your ambitions?
Definitely my brother. My little brother is my everything. That's my best friend. He's 8 years old right now. I'm 18. So we grew up without a father. and just a single mother household. So I gotta step up for him in many ways and just be the best brother I can be. And I want to do this for him and myself because I know that I can, and I know that he would love, because he wants to be in the NBA, and I would love to just be able to commentate on one of his games, and it'd just be a dream come true, full circle moment. So it's a long ways from now, but you know, it's just, and my mom. I always got to give love to my mom, but yeah, my mom drives me. She's always been the person to give me the hard truth. So just, those are my motivations for sure.
Well, it's a very heartfelt answer. Well, thank you for opening up so sincerely. To end on a lighter note, do you have any hopes for the future? Any sports teams in mind you have on the rise?
The Chicago Bears. I can talk literally for weeks, like weeks straight, without any sleep about the Chicago Bears, about the future, the past, the present. I'm really involved in community when it comes to sports in my city. So I'm from Sacramento, but one of my grandpa's family is from Chicago, and there's not many Sacramento teams out there. So I'm a Kings fan, but in other sports, I'm Chicago. So Cubs, Bears, obviously. But if there was any team, like any team that was made in Sacramento, I'm switching over to Sacramento. But the Bears, that would be probably the hardest one to switch off of, because there's just so much tradition with my family in that aspect, and I just want to see us win a championship, and it means something like really special to me, because there's only a few Bears fans in California, and everybody else is Raiders, Rams, Niners fans, and I just love being kind of like the odd one out in every group, and it's just great to talk about it.
All right, well, Mason Flores, everyone.
Thank you.
Very hardworking, ambitious family man. That wraps up this segment of On Campus here on the Solano College Sports Network TV studio. My name's been Nathaniel Thomas, and thank you for tuning in.
The exponential growth from the program from my first year to my third year now, that's what keeps me coming back and keeps me excited and just like fulfills me as a person.
It's so impressive, and we every time we walk in here, you guys are doing something different. It's great. It's
nothing but opportunities here, and we have sports to cover, we have the equipment.
Because the more ambitious you are, the more opportunities you'll have.
On-the-job training is huge.
Get the hands-on experience.
When someone asks who can do it, you know, you can raise your hand and say, I can do it. So
joining the class was the best decision I ever made.
Stand by, we're going to go to cut one. And cut one. Cross court to Audrey Jones. Audrey for three! And it's good! With 1.3 seconds left on the game clock. Audrey Jones with one of the biggest shots ever.
the sky's the limit, really, with what we can do here.